The Asante Kingdom in the first regions of West Africa and the Eswatini Kingdom in the southern belt are two of the mighty African kingdoms that have subsisted through all the tortuous contours of our continent's history.
And if for past 2 days, need the comment section of Minyason. Hey, now we Bisami Penyah, Matisse say, Eswatini King, Abagana ha, Wabeslo Otumfuo, Odinka Besra Mahama, Ewo, Jubilee House, Wabeslo Otumfuo, Ewo Kumase, Otumfuo 4 days, or by a day, my own Hunibakra, or ye, of him for the buyer, or ye, Organa Hanamo, Winyabotre. In this video, no, I have all the full story that you're looking for. Baby, of free buyer, the water of Organa Hanamo, and Enra. Such a powerful speech Otumfuo Emaye at the royal banquet of this Eswatini King. I Penyah Block Media. I'm just saying anything. Over like this video, no that my subscribe button. It's not about the keep and the personal latest updates. Now better the wide join the about me. I will comment section. So that's why. Why she be the one for so any be ashe. On the 23rd of June 2025, in another Mgwenyama of Eswatini, that is Eswatini the third of the Swazi royal family of Eswatini. Eswatini Omaya formerly near friend of Switzerland. It's the honor of Mohene. Gunyama of Eswatini, by Ghana as used as a buy for 4 days tour. As the 4 days tour, ever ended and 28th June 2025. As a buy and Sraveni Aprobo, the Sra Ghana, Ebehesabansico, Emma through Ghana, no use His Excellency the President, Ego share Emma Wawa to Emma F. Emma that day, no, as you know, my partners and your him, Mamma, the idea is in Mamma. Yes, some of them, what is a Ghana soon? You want him Popo Ghana, there's a king in Ghana here, Jenny. Mamma, too much. Now, me conquest, I said, Mamma, the plane or the buy and almost a booming plane in the Essopa. Then Omu Eja, I don't know, a crowd honomo, and Mutina Ibrahim Mahama, a private jet, and Omi Drew Kumasi, Bedru Kumasi, Otumfuo, Ekushan, the perfect, or Prepare International Airport. I'm Otumfuo any Mamma Meriton, all Shadow Grano, but in Kaegunsa, a ya pie. Memo akɔsɛbɛ odwitwa mu ɛmaja ohyia na ɛdnetra ka mu ɛbɛ fie ɛwɔ bedru fie na ja ɔba sɛ ɔbɛyɛ tɔ egyina ɛwɔ sɛ ɔbɔ n'ani ho akɔnhoma kakra ɛyɛ odwinu fa menhyia in fie ɛkɔtrɛtrɛ asante akadeɛ no asante history ne kakra
Sent down to the Asante throne, who had an idea of try to combine political current vice chancellor, tried to keep the documents for a long time and waiting to speak.
That na adwene o man da adwedwo ne ho mo man nsu kama ensu kroji bi dware ye man na duhwam egu ne ho bo no to spray kama e man ko da adwedwo ne ho ade che ne botutu enu tro very grand deba e de man no ana e such a beautiful program. ana abedi ahia nti no amamre de say kutu say ban omu free da banaso no go for krom kakra kutintina santima mu go hwe ko bon ni ho akonhoma go waba for top e do for top de Ghana so de water say be the water say be ahodo be no mde fa krom eno aso the same thing omu is such a beautiful program e de mana anwumre no ana omu ye royal banquet, that is dinner night. I mean, can say I am royal banquet e be for this do me a dinner night e de man. The dinner night we say na Otumfuo ene no di asa, but as we call the king's level asa dey form boko nya bepron boko. Emma Moody as we are mutina no Otumfuo edinka Emma the gift was Otumfuo one answer and oba internet one edinka Emma gift Otumfuo edinka Emma the gift a gift na a 24 carat of golden chain. Come. And I know you know. Eswatini King as Otumfuo gift where is the gift in our box. I be as a
His Majesty the King is presenting to Asantehene as a sign and symbol of the friendship and the deep ties that have been tied today between the two great kingdoms. Thank you very much.
Entumano ebetimi kura atogana dina me check hombo no ebetimi atogana kama aize enu anadwene na bibia so ekoso na royal banquet na ekuna wiye no ana Otumfuo ekasai Otumfuo called for unity among Africa. Now it was such a powerful speech.
Ghana ni asantima mu binya sabianko beyebi binya sabianko beyebi blagwa bakana ne flampo damni favisi blagwa bakana ne flampo damni favisi me manja bendo da kwa yadungen me manja bendo da kwa yadungen ya domna ne dia kubo jojo ta tochmo champon fungen ya domna ne dia kubo jojo ta tochmo champon fungen o to sika sama na jijakungen o to sika sama na jijakungen jakwa bo banko nyom flower eja kwen bo banko jom fro saji fe frampo demli fao wa saji fe frampo demli fao wa saji fo gunyagwa singen wa saji fo gunyagwa singen ukra santina je kasangen wo ukra santina je kasangen wo kure da to baba to me fa gunyagwa sa jomla chemera
That's one of the happiest moments of our time. Sharing the company of a unique guest, a towering statesman who is not just a shining leader of his people, but a great symbol of Africa's cultural authenticity. His Majesty King Mswati III, head of state and king of Eswatini Kingdom, is on a state visit to Ghana at the invitation of the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And we have to thank His Excellency the President for giving us the rare privilege of hosting this heroic visitor. It has allowed us the opportunity to borrow from the famous saying from the past to retaliate for the exceptional hospitality once accorded us by His Majesty in His Majestic Kingdom. In 2015, His Majesty invited us to be his guest of honor at the nation's famous Reed Festival. His Majesty and the entire nation gave our royal delegation a most memorable time over the 5 days of our visit. We hope Your Majesty and your delegation have not been disappointed with what they have seen in the past 4 days and they've been with us. For us, it's been truly awesome to observe the unmistakable feeling that this has been a journey from home to home and a reaffirmation of unbroken brotherhood between our two people. Your Majesty, we are walking in the light of history. We are not only walking in this light, but we are the agents of history. We represent the glories of our past, but we are also the heralds of its future. The Asante Kingdom in the forest regions of West Africa and the Eswatini Kingdom in the southern belt are two of the mighty African kingdoms that have subsisted through all the tortuous contours of our continent's history. In the age of the European imperial domination of the continent, we both came under the control of our colonial power. Although the eventual colonial exit left our two kingdoms in different circumstances, it did not diminish the reality of our cultural and traditional authority, nor destroy the bonds of brotherhood between us. So this exchange of visits must have greater meaning and purpose beyond the fun and excitement of brothers and sisters reconnecting. Your Majesty, the timing of your state visit could not have been more significant. You have come at a time of unprecedented global tension, creating a state of uncertainty never experienced in history. In this uncertain world, the fate of Africa has been even more precarious. Whatever the eventual outcome of the new geopolitical contest at play, the outlook for Africa cannot be bright. The one thing we can be certain about is that Africa cannot proceed the way she has done over the past half-century of our post-colonial existence. So by your visit, destiny has brought us together. Ghana, the standard bearer of African liberation, and Eswatini, symbol of African monarchical rule, to work together, think together, and to explore how Africa faces the challenge of turning this moment into an opportunity to carve new pathway to a greater future. The challenge is great, but the opportunity is greater. It is only in the middle of the last century that Africa confronted the challenges of breaking free from the yoke of colonialism. That challenge was successfully accomplished barely 6 decades ago. But political independence has not delivered the prosperity our people deserve, and we've been kept on the margins of society. The circumstances of the moment present us with the challenge of launching a new struggle as momentous as a struggle for political independence. It is a struggle to give meaning to our political independence by breaking free from the yoke of poverty and ignorance and lifting our beloved continent onto a new pedestal of prosperity and happiness for our people. It is not a struggle for the rhetorics of the past and not a struggle for the ideologues. It is a struggle that can only be won in the farmlands of the continent, in the industrial factories of every state, in our waterways and minefields. It is only by our success in managing the natural resources gifted to us by our Creator that we can earn for ourselves a justifiable place at the table where the true fate of society is determined. For let there be no doubt in our minds that the age of ideology is dead, and we need to put behind us the era of whining and moral outrage over our past. The new world on the horizon is a world in which power flows out of the vault of the banks and out of the factory gate. There's no room at the inn for the unproductive. We may still hold on to the belief that all men are created equal, but in the world on the horizon, all nations are not equal. Equality is now a function of the balance sheet. National sovereignty is subsumed by the power of the economy. So either we begin to focus and build our own heaven, or we perish in our own hell. To build our own heaven, we must be determined. To build our own heaven, we must be determined to play second fiddle, not to play second fiddle anymore, but dare to build our economies which will be able to compete on equal terms with the countries of Europe, Asia, and the Americas. This is no delusion. We can, if we are. There's no landmass on planet Earth richer in the resources of nature than Africa. We have had an accumulation of human resources with the requisite dedication to manage any constructive economic ventures. And we are available to choose from models of development that have worked in countries, in other continents, and in circumstances not different from our own. What we need is to liberate ourselves from the burden of trying to cast ourselves in an image satisfactory to the outside, so we can feel free to manage our affairs in a manner that delivered what our people need. It calls for a sober review of the system of governance in many countries of Africa, to flush out the sources of unnecessary conflict and improve the prospects for consensus building and national cohesion. There is no reason why Africa cannot find means to use the authority of its traditional leaders as catalysts for economic development on the same scale as the Middle East. Your Majesty, in the challenging times ahead, Africa needs a climate of peace and a spirit of brotherly understanding among our people. For this reason, we should send an ardent appeal to all combatants in conflicts across the continent to be ready to lay down their arms and allow for peaceful dialogue. We appeal for an end to the conflicts in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Somalia, Sudan, Chad. We appeal for an end to all hostile activities in Africa, and we call for wise heads to prevail to facilitate the restoration of unity within the ECOWAS sub-region. It should be clear to all combatants by now that there is no path to victory through violence, and that the persistence of violence only undermines the future destiny of our continent. Your Majesty, the Kingdom of Eswatini, under your wise leadership, and the Republic of Ghana, under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, now have a duty of forging a new vision for the new Africa that we speak about. We look to you working together to set in trail a new economic order based on the effective utilization of our natural resources to herald industrialization on a scale to match the continents of Asia and Europe. We want to see an agricultural revolution that will turn our virgin lands into the grannies of the new world and put to rest the image of the basket case that has been Africa's cruel burden. And we want to see our countries embrace the age of science and technology, including the miracle of artificial intelligence, as the drivers of development. The people of Africa has every reason to be confident that with leaders like Your Majesty and our President at the helm, we can face the challenge of the moment with courage and emerge with triumph. So with great pride in our enduring brotherhood and with confidence in the herald of a new age, I invite you to join me in drinking to the continued good health of His Majesty King Mswati III, to the prosperity of the people of the Kingdom of Eswatini, and to the enduring brotherhood of the Kingdom of Asante and Eswatini.
lesidlula dlodlonga sakhe singasakalo bamba nakunamambala abantu sebadlulisa usomnandi indaba lakili libhudwa indaba likasomhlolo layiphutha kwasa indaba lobeyiphendula kwakhena kumaguma kwasala izimba impahla ziyawusala ezenzani emakhakamela ziyawusala ezibahawula bangakabe mphongophongo longahlwa lithambo ingano yasephula isijingo sendvosa uyimbubu yasebeka wasathola lenyathi yethe wena phakathi angakabe mlisa.
Your Majesty, Otumfuo II, esteemed Queen Mothers and Chiefs of the Asantehene, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Majesty, allow me to express my heartfelt gratitude for the magnificent banquet you have so graciously hosted in honor of our state visit to Kumasi, Ghana. Since our arrival, we've been deeply touched by the warmth and generosity extended by the leadership and the people of Kumasi. This remarkable hospitality has made us feel truly at home, away from home. We now know why Ghana is affectionately called the land of gold and island of peace. Your people's renowned kindness, friendliness, and welcoming spirit embody the essence of African hospitality. We shall cherish memories of this warmth back to the Kingdom of Eswatini. We were equally delighted by the gracious reception from His Excellency, the President and the government in Accra. Our discussions explored avenues of deepen the already strong and cordial ties between our nations. The signing of the Joint Bilateral Commission underscores our commitment to collaboration in vital sectors, including education, ICT, health, and agriculture, among others. Our time in Kumasi has offered a profound glimpse into the stories about the great Asante Kingdom. We've been privileged to observe the structures and initiatives dedicated to preserving your rich cultural heritage. The visit to the House of Chiefs was particularly inspiring, as such institutions are vital for harmonizing modernity with the tradition. We urge the House to continue its diligent efforts in safeguarding these invaluable cultural values for future generations. In Eswatini, chiefs hold a revered role, acting as paternally advisors to the king, even though he blesses their appointments to chieftaincy. In addition, when the king travels abroad, there's always a chief accompanying him. He is the eyes and ears of the Queen Mother, chiefs, and the nation as a whole. The visit to the Palace Museum was another highlight, and we commend Your Majesty for preserving the Asante Kingdom's history. This remarkable facility vividly recounts the struggles of your forebears who fiercely protected this nation from colonial oppression. We honor the kings, queen mothers, and citizens who stood resolute to defend their land and resources. The Grand Dubar we attended yesterday was the pinnacle of our visit. This vibrant celebration of your heritage left an indelible mark on us, and we shall treasure its memory. As Africans, we must steadfastly protect our nationhood and God-given cultural practices, such as the unique dances that reflect the spirit of this great nation. Your Majesty, the visit has reinvigorated the bonds of friendship between our peoples. We face a formidable task in leading our nations to greater heights amidst myriad challenges. Let us strive to foster inclusive environments that uplift all our people, leaving no one behind. Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and raise your glasses and join me in a toast to the enduring and warm relationship between the Asante Kingdom and the Kingdom of Eswatini, and to His Majesty's good health and long life, as well as peace and prosperity for the people of the Asante and the Republic of Ghana. The Asante.
And together we swell the chorus, Bayeti.
Thank you. May God bless us all. Siabo.
The Lion of the Swazi nation.
So this is the whole scenario of whatever that is happening in the Ashanti Kingdom. And Eswatini King, the Ngwenyama of Eswatini, of Swazi royal family. And Eswatini the third, Oba Ghana as Swiss. Onyankoi, Ebia Ene, Enumianas Nyambo, Etiano, and reply, a bit take it off. So until then, I have Penyah block me, a bit material, and my comment section.